Whether or not you believe in choice, fate, or destiny, you may find yourself making a major choice and looking at a major potential commitment to the way your life is going to go from here on out. You may find that some of the old ways, some of the old things, and even some of the old people you've been connecting to or connected to are starting to fall away, and you're faced with a choice of whether or not you want to pursue an entirely new path. And not just any new path, a new path that's connected with your deeper sense of connection to the universe, the divine, and your individual destiny. This is a path connected to your true heart and your true way of being versus any of the things or circumstances that were connected to you that were not connected to your truth. This is all about what you need to hear in the new moon of Virgo coming up on August 27th, 2022 right now. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back everyone to the channel. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's an honor to have you here. I'm an intuitive guide, psychic medium, and empowerment astrologer, and I'm here to help you live your best life by realigning you with your soul's truth and helping you cultivate a life of health, wealth, and true love. So this is all about the new moon in Virgo and what you need to know to help realign you with your path for the highest good of everyone. So first thing I'm looking at, and that channel information where it came from was this North Node conjunct with Uranus here in Taurus, right? So Uranus is all about finding a new way, finding a new creative outlet and a new way forward, especially combined with that North Node. And Taurus brings an air of practicality and comfort and really long-term commitment as well. Obviously, this new moon is occurring in Virgo, which is a fellow Earth sign. Virgo is a cardinal Earth sign, and Taurus is a fixed Earth sign. So there's this beautiful blend of practical long-term commitment with stepping into the unknown and actually feeling a lot of motivation, genuine motivation and passion to get things done. Whatever it is that you're choosing right now, okay, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, okay, you might be going back and forth, by the way, because Virgo is a very mercurial sign between your mind and what your mind thinks is right or what your mind wants to do or what you've been taught is right or the right way and what your heart is telling you you should do. This might be a lesson for many of us, right, and many of you about choosing your heart's desires or following your heart's true own path and way versus and as opposed to any other types of thoughts or interferences or even the opinion of others that might try to interfere with your unique path. Remember, we can only follow and do what the divine wants us to do, what our soul, what our heart guides us to do. We were made with an individual compass, an individual roadmap inside of ourselves. Every single one of us, only ourselves know which way to guide ourselves. There's no one else that can tell us what is best for us. There's no teachings, there's no book, there's no teacher that can tell you where you are meant to go and who you are meant to be. Let this be a reminder on this new moon that if you are looking to manifest, your best possible reality and your best possible life when it comes to health, wealth, and true love, that you are your own best guide. You are your own best guru, and your heart will always show you the way. Looking a little deeper into this new moon occurring again on the 27th, exactly, I should have mentioned this before, at 1:16 a.m. Pacific time, okay? But if you're watching this video even after that time, the energies of what I'm saying will last for a little while after that. So don't worry if you're watching a little bit later on, okay? Venus is conjunct Ceres here, making that square to Uranus, all right? As you can see here, Venus and Ceres, the asteroid Ceres. This is a very strongly feminine and feminine empowerment-oriented energy that's coming in with this new moon. Virgo is obviously a very feminine sign. With Venus and conjunct Ceres here in Leo, it's about how the best, most embodied, and most special aspects of the feminine energy can be showcased for the world in a way that garners respect, or garners admiration, and garners the ability to be taught by, right, or to look up to this feminine presence, this feminine energy. So where is it in you if you're watching this, if you're masculine or if you're male, can you give or honor the feminine in a very needed and important way, either to your loved ones or your loved one or to society in general? And if you're a feminine watching this, where can you honor those parts of yourself and bring them out to be showcased for the world and honored and respected for other people to learn by and to follow your example, right? Venus and Ceres in Leo here brings out the best of the feminine energy for the world to see and to admire as well. The difficulty here is we are also facing a grand cross. Okay, so squares, for those of you guys who know astrology, are notoriously difficult alignments, that and oppositions, where they create a bit of friction towards going in a certain direction or going towards what we want. In this case, Uranus with the North Node in Taurus says, hey, it's okay to go our own way, but what about this, right? What about that? What about the consequences of our actions? What about what people will think of me, right? What about the concerns that my family might have about me, right? And all of these other concerns coming up to the surface because we've also connected to Saturn here in Aquarius and then the South Node. So there's a lot of past life karmic bonds and karma generally being undone and broken apart right now at this time by your decisions and your choices as to whether you're going to move forward in alignment with your path, in alignment with your heart, in alignment with your desires, and most importantly, in alignment with your faith. Because most importantly, all of these decisions and these choices I'm talking about require with it a boatload of faith. Because everything else is going to be against you, or it's going to seem against you. Other people, other relationships, other family members potentially, other members of society. And you're going to be facing resistance from all ends, except for the map or the roadmap that lies inside of you. Do you trust yourself? Do you honor yourself? And do you trust in the divine enough to follow that particular roadmap despite the resistance? That's the true test of this new moon in Virgo occurring right now. And in doing so, you will reap the benefits of a ton of positive karma and the reward of a very big accomplishment made because you've been breaking cycles, right? Past generation and or past life cycles with Saturn here in Aquarius that are important for society overall to move forward. So as you heal and as you choose this path, you're also breaking the cycle, breaking the wheel, as Game of Thrones would like to say, for the rest of society so we can all move forward in an empowered way in alignment with our true path as opposed to what other people may fear or think. And one example you can see of this happening is on social media and TikTok, for example. I know not everyone's a huge fan of TikTok for many reasons. It's very controversial. But one of the things I love about TikTok and social media generally is it shows a bunch of different perspectives, and it shows a bunch of people who are trying to empower their own lives and to empower their own choices to go their own way. It's a very much a platform. I should look at the astrology chart of it to see what it's about. But I feel intuitively it's very much about going your own way, being your own authentic version, and gaining respect and admiration for that. And that's one thing I respect about TikTok, among other things that I don't particularly respect about TikTok, but that's just one thing I respect. But you see people doing that despite and saying things, right, and being things despite what others may think of them. They're okay putting themselves out there on the chopping block because they trust themselves and they love themselves, and they're more important. Their love for themselves is more important than the opinion of what others have to say. And that's very much the theme, one of the themes, but I feel the major theme of this new moon in Virgo coming up on the 27th. Finally, with South Node here in Scorpio, right, this is just like not only past life karmic bonds being broken and seeing through, and like maybe even past relationships, there's breakthroughs coming through with that in particular, because obviously we've still got Juno conjunct Neptune in Pisces here making a trine. So this is actually very good for past life relationships or past relationships you've had in your life, romantically and otherwise, but coming to a sense of peace and understanding about the purpose of them, seeing them in a whole new light, in a whole new beautiful way. Perhaps coming to a new sense of clarity about the meaning and the role that they played in your life, and really having that final sense of closure and understanding about them so that you can clear your path, right? Clear your palate, so to speak, and move forward with a new taste, move forward with a new perception of how things can be for you, right? The greatest possibilities of what can be for you. So it's a beautiful alignment for that. And we've also got that trine to Lilith going over. So this grand trine is occurring, right? South Node, Juno and Neptune, and then to Lilith here in Cancer. So yeah, it really is about seeing through the darkest parts of past life aspects or past relationships you've had with other people that were not maybe the true person or the true relationship or the one that was meant to be with you for a lifetime, right? Your counterpart. and honoring that and releasing the darkest parts so you could see the positive aspects, because many times, let's be honest, right, in past relationships or in relationships generally, when they go sour, we tend to only focus on the bad and throw out what the good parts were. And this is an opportunity to see what the good parts of your past relationships were and are, so that you can carry the good parts with you moving forward and let go of the rest, right? And this can be romantic, family-oriented, friendship-oriented, whatever it was that you've gone through on a karmic level with people from your past. And they could still be in your life, right? But just seeing if you were connected with them in in the past or in a past life, even how what role that relationship was meant to play for you, and having that clarity moving forward. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. I want to see if there's anything else for me to examine here. Obviously, Venus with Ceres here is opposing Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, so that's a somewhat difficult aspect, because again, there's that Saturn is all about, again, am I doing the right thing? So many of you may be feeling and thinking like, am I doing the right thing? Is this best for me? Is this best for society? But really, there's that question of, is this best for people around me? What are the karmic implications for the people and society generally around me, versus what I want to honor within myself, right? What I want to honor within my heart, right? Leo rules the heart. What is true for me versus what the implications would be of my actions in society, generally speaking, right? Yeah. We've also got Ceres here and Venus trining Chiron with Jupiter here in Aries. So really, the final thing I'll talk about here is, I don't want to let this new moon video get too long, but it's the more that you heal and the more that you realize about the real or true perception of how things were for you in your past and what things really meant for you, as opposed to what you thought they meant or what you wanted them to mean, the more abundance and the more energy you're going to have and free up for yourself. Because part of us, right, and this especially comes out during new moons and full moons as well, is we identify the parts of ourselves that are connected to the past in some way, either connected to a past relationship, past person, past event that happened, past childhood event. And we identify this part of ourselves during these new and full moons, and we have an opportunity to see them in a different way, and also to release what we need to release so that we can move forward and can be lighter and can be happier and really be more aligned with our authentic expression. So I really encourage you, if things are coming up from your past and you're having to take a look at them, particularly past people you're connected to, past relationships, past family members, don't be afraid to really go into those feelings and to really see what your soul wants to share with you about this experience. Even if you've avoided it up till this point, let this message be a reminder that, hey, it's okay to think about that. It's okay to feel into people and relationships from your past, because your soul is going to always do the right thing. It's going to help you clear it out, as opposed to endangering you or connecting you with them, or, creating some confusion for you. Just trust yourself. Trust yourself, trust your ideas, trust your soul, trust your intuition. And what I would say to let go of mostly, or not to trust, is the ideas that come from other people, or the ideas that you think society has, right, about you or about how things should be, or the ideas maybe in philosophies even, or thoughts that you have about doing or not doing the right thing, morally speaking. Right now is a time where what we thought was right could be totally wrong, and what we thought was wrong could be totally right. I mean, society's all sorts of mixed up in the energies right now, and there's no real way to tell you, what is truly right versus what is truly wrong, because everyone's going through their breakthroughs. Everyone's going through their heart opening. Everyone's going through their soul starting to lead them to where they need to go, as opposed to what they thought they needed to be. And so no one really knows what's right anymore. There are no predefined rules, and maybe you're finding whatever predefined rules you had are starting to be a little suspect, or you're starting to see through them a little bit more. Or maybe there was things in your life that you really believed in very strongly, and then you found something out, or you grew a little bit, and you now see that thing very differently. One example of this I can share is, my father, who I rarely mention in these videos, he used to really respect and love the government, or just America and the government, right? And he was very much like astutely kind of in line with what, you know, the laws and the rules and, you know, what the government was doing, and always kind of generally trusted that they were doing the right thing. And for reasons I won't mention on this video, after 2020, there was just a huge shift I saw in his awareness, because he noticed some things that the government was doing that wasn't really in alignment with what he thought they were before, and it completely changed his personality, and it opened him up to new things. And so that's what I see happening in this new moon, is a lot of us have come to a real decision and a breaking point as to how we choose to see certain parts of the world, how we choose to see certain parts of ourselves, and whether or not we decide to now truly break free from the old paradigm that held us back from going where we want to go and doing what we want to do and being who we want to be. And the choice really is, are we ready? Are you ready to let go of all that which held you back from moving forward in alignment with you? Or do you want to still kind of teeter-totter on the edge and say, well, I know that what I used to believe in or what I used to think isn't really true anymore, but yet I'm not really ready, or I don't have the courage to move forward and just do what I came here to do, right? Those are the individuals that are unfortunately going to be a little stuck, and it's those of us who are saying, no, I'm going to move forward regardless, and I'm taking a leap of faith because I'm betting on me. I'm betting on my soul. I'm betting on my path, and I'm betting on my trust in something higher than me, the divine, to carry me through. And those are the individuals, if you choose that, right, that are going to be very happy, very protected, and very much well off in terms of money, abundance, security, love, fulfillment, and all of those things. Even if we are the rebels, even if we are the pioneers at first, eventually those choices and that faith in your own self and in your heart will pay off. So this was everything you needed to know, and maybe a little bit extra about the new moon in Virgo occurring on the 27th of August. If you guys loved this video, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the video be seen by more people. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you want more astrological and energy updates by this channel. And if you want to work with me in any capacity, I have astrology readings and one-on-one sessions and long-term coaching containers all available on my website, brandontobias.com. I did just initiate payment plans as well with no interest and no extra fees. So those of you guys who are looking for a little bit of a break and to split up payments to work with me, and you really want the help, but you needed to break it up, those are now available on my website. So thanks so much for watching, and have an amazing new moon. I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching this content. I hope you got a lot out of it. And if you want to go deeper on your spiritual journey and find out how you can align with your true soul purpose to create more health, wealth, and true love in your life, check out one of these videos on either side, and be sure to hit subscribe so you can join the soul family and never miss another video. If you want a personal reading or a session with me, you can check those out at brandontobias.com. And thanks so much again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.